Hey guys, welcome to Little Monsters Movie Podcast.
Hey, top of the muffin to you.
Top of the muffin. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, we had to make a little change here. Realized it was St. Patty's coming up on us, and
Heck yeah.
I mean, it's St. Patrick's Day. You've had all your corned beef, you've had your beer, and now you want to settle into a movie. You pretty much have two choices: Boondock Saints or Leprechaun. And we chose the worst of the two to do for our podcast today.
Yeah, Boondock Saints all the way, but
Yeah.
Leprechaun, this was funny.
What year is this movie?
1993.
1990. The year I think I graduated high school.
And how many of these?
There's like seven of them, and they just made a new one.
And this is the first time me and Ted ever seen it.
I never saw Leprechaun.
Never watched Leprechaun before, and
for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it was campy. It was fun.
Oh, I didn't hate it.
No, I didn't hate it.
For all those out there, I liked it more than Toxic Avenger. I'll just put that out there. If you put a gun to my head and say you have to watch one of these movies again,
yeah, I don't
Leprechaun.
know. It's yeah.
No,
yeah.
I mean, before you even finish the sentence, I'm saying Leprechaun.
Yeah, you know, that Leprechaun was just crazy good.
But yeah, they've made a few.
But,
There's, you know, 1, 2, and 3. There's, you know, there's one where he's in space. There's two where he's in the hood, and I think they have Ice-T in them.
Yeah. You know what?
And he raps.
And doesn't it kind
Not
of...
Ice-T, Leprechaun.
Doesn't it kind of make you want to see how the Leprechaun acts in
I
some of these
thought
movies?
for a moment...
If we get a bad night, we'll just pop one on.
I would probably watch them.
But yeah.
I would not have any expectations of...
Leprechaun in the Hood, I mean...
It's got Ice-T in it.
That's gotta be funny.
I mean, Ice-T saw something worth doing in it.
Hey, if you're watching us now...
Who, Ice-T?
Ice-T. We're 4 subscribers away from 1,000.
Get your moms and your grandmas just to sign up. Get us to 1,000.
So sign up, subscribe. See that little red button down there? Subscribe.
Before next month. Next month's our 1-year anniversary. We'd love to have 1,000 by next month.
We'll have 1,000 before the week's gone. But I'm just saying.
We are the #1 horror movie podcast this day in this time slot.
So subscribe, man, and
click of a button.
And share
a dog
too.
Could do it.
Share, comment, whatever you want, man.
Yeah, even I commented last week.
What you been picking it up, man?
I know. I picked it up a little. Well, you know,
people love it. They're like,
when someone directs something at me, I'll try to answer. I do read the comments. I do go back and read the comments. I don't watch the podcast too often, but
no, I don't watch my own self back.
But I will always read the comments. I always do.
Okay.
So
before we get into we're going to do Leprechaun.
I
think Ted's got a couple Irish tales to talk about.
Yes, I do.
Nursing home days.
There's been requests for Tales of Ted, and I have a few Irish related ones. So I figured, what better time than now just to get those out there real quick.
Go for it.
Just to appease all the people that are clamoring for it.
My Irish tale is I am Irish and Italian.
Are you now?
My Irish father came from the boat. He beat the heck out of our no, forget it, I'm not going to...
You know how everybody in this country wants to say there's somebody else? Everybody in this country wants to say there's some... I'm Italian, I'm Irish, I'm Polish. Well, I don't know who would actually admit that they're Polish. But if you don't speak the language, you're not impressive.
No, first of all, I'm American.
That's right.
If my roots come off the boats from Sicily and Ireland.
And, if you can't speak the language, even if you weren't necessarily born there, but if you don't speak the language...
Ancestry.com.
You're just a dumb American like the rest of us.
Exactly.
But...
Tales of Ted.
Going back to the nursing home days. 3 stories. I may have to change the names. But I do remember one lady.
Yeah.
Her name was Maura. I won't say the last
name. Good old Maura.
And she
had a mere wit about her.
This was 20 years ago, and I was a little slimmer. Still, hair was kind of the same. But she kind of had a thing for yours truly. And she loved to watch Seinfeld. She'd sit in her room, hang out, watch Seinfeld. And I went in there to get her, help her after Seinfeld. After Seinfeld, I was allowed to go in, help her get her pajamas on, help her into bed. She had to watch Seinfeld.
Good old Maura, like
from like 7 to 8 or whenever it was on at that time. And she told me she told me, sit down on the bed. And this lady needed help to get up. And I was like, what do you want me to sit down for? She said, I'm going to get on top of you and hump you.
What the? I'm going to ride you like an old stallion,
This lady wasn't confused. Just kidding. She's confused. She did say that. I'm going to get on top of you and hump you. Oh, God.
Have you ever been humped before?
Not by an incontinent old woman.
Get on the bed. Let me ride you like an old stallion.
my wife, then my
Irish
girlfriend,
accent.
worked there at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and she knew that we were, that we were going together, and she would give my wife the dirtiest looks, like in the solarium where all the, they all sit there and go, and she had to stay in there because she did activities with him, and she'd give her all these shit face looks.
Oh my gosh. Tales of Ted getting
yes.
humped by Mora.
Number two is another tale of a cute little lady. I really liked this lady, even though what she did was disgusting.
Was she Irish?
Yeah, oh yeah. And I'm talking only the people
These are Irish.
I'm not talking people that had the last name Murphy. These are people that when they talked, you heard it. You heard that they were Irish. And her name was Delia. I'm not going to say her last name, but she had this kick-ass last name for an Irish person. And she didn't.
Delia.
She didn't know shit from apple butter. I mean...
That's a bit of the senile.
You'd be going to, clean her face, and she'd be, "You dirty devil, you hit me face, you hit me face." Like that. Well, she was the kind, if you got her in bed...
Don't touch me there.
You put her in bed for the night. You always had to tuck the sheet way up under the arm, because she was what we called a digger. All right? You know what a digger is?
Yeah.
Digger is if you crap, they're digging.
Yeah. Nursing home tales.
Yeah, and she... dug regularly.
We are a horror channel.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't talk about this. And sometimes when I would go in at 10 o'clock to do my last rounds before I went home at 11, she'd be, she'd be chowing down.
Oh, man.
And you'd have to take it away from her and clean her mouth, and she'd be fighting you tooth and nail the whole time. And the one time she'd say, "Hey, give that back, I'm eating a pancake."
What?
Just give that back. I'm eating a pancake.
She's eating a pancake.
She was eating a pile of turds.
It's a chocolate chip pancake you got in your hands there, lad.
But she was one of my favorites because I just loved the way she talked. I loved her voice. But she was also the kind that...
from Dublin.
You always... Maybe. But and she would sing these little songs.
But
you always put gloves on before you touched that woman.
I would say so.
You don't know what's under those fingernails.
Chocolate chip?
You get some dysentery or something.
Poop.
Boop. And finally, I have to talk about... My third one. My third and last. My married couple.
Third story, huh?
The married couple.
Oh, wait. This Irish. Go ahead.
Tom and Seal.
Tom and Seal. Oh,
Celia.
Was there a married couple there?
There was a married couple. They didn't share a room. They had two different rooms.
Well, that happens when you're older anyways, in your house.
And she was pretty with it, but she couldn't really get out of bed very much. Her legs were very swollen. I think like a congestive heart failure kind of thing. And, circulation wasn't so good. The legs would weep. And she was with it,
Her legs would weep. They would.
They would. Ooze would come out the legs. Oh. I remember one time she told me she'd kill for a bottle of scotch. I'd kill for a bottle of scotch. Her husband, Tom, on the other hand, he woke up in a new place every day. You'd be giving him his breakfast. "Oh, you give your breakfast in bed, they do." He was pretty much wheelchair bound. I could pick him up and sit him in his wheelchair. He could bear a little bit of weight. And he had a catheter, permanent, urinary catheter. And he would forget that he had it sometimes. And he'd be wheeling down the hall screaming, "I have to make a urination! If you don't take me to the toilet, I'm going to smash every window in the place!"
I have to make a urination.
No one wanted to sit by him at dinner time at the tables because when he talked, he'd be spitting food. You'd say something, "You think you're a comedian." And you'd tell him, "Tom, you've got a catheter. You don't have to go to the bathroom." He's like, "Oh, so I do.
I could pay right now.
And then he'd be fine.
He'd go, "Oh."
And he's the one who could speak Gaelic. He'd start off in English when he was talking to you, and then he'd slip into Gaelic. And he's the only Irish person I ever met who spoke Gaelic. Wow. Actually, it's kind of like what English used to be a long time ago. And I didn't ever understand what he was saying, and I know it's like a form of English, but that sure don't sound like any kind of English. And one time, I was taking him to his room after dinner. He would usually like to lie down. And just for fun.
I would like to lie down
just for fun, I pushed his chair into his wife's room. Just because she didn't like him coming in her room. Oh. And I just did it to see what would happen. Because he was clumsy. And
Did he go like this?
He'd turn his wheel, yeah, pretty much. And I didn't even go there. She had no idea how he got in there. And she he'd turn his chair and knock her water pitcher over. And she'd be, Thomas, get out of here, get out. And I remember he wheeled out. He's like, I hope you live and you don't come back. And it's kind of fun. They both passed away real close to each other. We put them in the same room together when he was... he started getting sick first, and then she kind of went downhill right after. I mean, really like days apart. They passed away, and I won't forget those people. So there you go.
Stories from the nurse. I mean...
That's right. But I liked all of those. Even though they did... one of them did some disgusting stuff.
Right, but that's a good part of...
Right.
Well... I'm not saying it was an easy job. I know it was a hard job.
But I liked it. It was probably
yeah,
my most favorite job I ever had.
Yeah.
I really liked doing that.
Yeah, being able to talk to all these elderly people, the stories they had to tell, even the senile ones,
So yeah, one day I'll talk about the guy who robbed a bank. I love his story. He robbed a bank. He was a tail gunner in World War II, and great stories on that guy. Yeah, but there you go. A few
Ted's Tales. We'll have one.
A few Irish related.
Maybe each week we'll throw one out there.
Oh, each week, huh?
Yeah, we'll start off with Ted's Tales.
So there we go.
And anyways.
And now let's get to this big nut bust that's Leprechaun.
Let's get to this.
It's gonna be a big nut bust.
Poop pile, but a fun poop pile.
It was all right. So this was, would you say 1993?
1993.
It was actually the first movie released in 1993 because it came out in January.
And the first movie by Jennifer Aniston.
Well, yeah.
Well, her big first movie role.
Why didn't they release it closer to, St. Patrick's Day? It would have cleaned up.
I have no idea.
This movie actually made $9 million at the box office. You can't imagine it made that much. Like, in $1993. But.
$1993.
So how's it start?
That's what, I'm amazed that it was out that long. And we've never took a chance on it. I don't know. But like you said,
I mean, better.
Yeah, there's a reason. But we did do it because St. Patrick's Day is very near to us. And
it was my idea because we were going to do American Werewolf in London. And
we'll do that next week.
I saw that St. Patty's Day was next week. Forgot all about it because I don't really do anything. I don't hang out with a bunch of drunken fools. And
that's when you get your bottle of scotch out and you drink yourself to almost...
Yeah, just by myself, though.
Right.
I don't go downtown or anything.
No, in the bathroom.
I do it by myself and pass out and urinate on the floor and let my family worry about it.
Yeah, and it's good. I mean, to stay in the bathroom because that's where you're going to regurgitate.
Right. Yeah, and that's where I'm going to refund it.
Yeah.
So the movie starts off, it's like a castle or something, someplace there, and you
wherever
just see
the leprechaun is.
You just see him counting his gold. You don't really get a good look at him.
He walks down the steps, you see the light back
there. But he looks like a cartoony kind of leprechaun, the striped stockings, the buckle on the shoe.
Oh, yeah, and his foot barely fit. I mean, you could tell it's like the shoe's like way too big for him. And I love how they intertwine the whole, shoe business. He works on shoes. And
see, I was kind of curious.
Later on, there's that really funny part.
And the most recent...
Distract him!
The most recent Leprechaun movie they made is called Origins. And I know it came out, but I didn't know anything about it, so I went to check it out. It's the only one that Warwick Davis doesn't play the lead in. It's actually one of the little wrestler guy. I can't think of his name. Hornswoggle or something.
Okay.
I don't know why Warwick Davis didn't get in it. But it sounds like it's not related to the other ones at all. It's just a reboot.
So that's probably why they went Origins. Maybe the guy couldn't do Leprechaun.
Right. So I thought maybe we'll go back and talk about the shoes and why, why is he all liking the shoes? But no such luck.
Well, leprechauns, that's what they do. In folklore, In folklore, they're mischievous, protect their gold, but yet, in their spare time, they deal with a little bit of gas. They deal with shoes.
Blimey. Too much corned beef.
Too much corned beef for us, But yeah, it's in the folklore, in Irish folklore, that they tend to be shoe keepers and tend to the shoes. And look it up. I'm surprised you didn't look it up.
Tend to the shoes. Like, I'd heard that story about elves before, but not leprechauns. But I guess,
fairy folk, all the folklore, leprechauns, saying, they're a type of fairy and stuff like that.
Well, look who did his homework this week.
A little bit, yeah.
Good work, because I didn't do any. You think I would have looked up some stuff on leprechauns? I didn't.
It took me a mere bet of 2 minutes.
Well, I'm glad you did it, because I didn't.
Anyways. Okay, my Irish is good sometimes. Sometimes it's bad. It depends when I go into it. So, anyways.
So then we get to a farmhouse. This movie takes place in the great state of North Dakota.
Yes, very. They're ridden with leprechauns.
A very Irish state.
Yes.
Here. And it's a farmhouse, and a limousine pulls up in front, and out comes a dude, and he polishes off a bottle of Jameson, throws that right down. At least he's drinking good stuff.
Yeah.
And
I forget his name. Who had he? I don't know, but
whoever the previous owners.
The one person I didn't rate, who the whole story kind of surrounds itself around is this guy.
And the wife comes out, what have you been doing? What's this limousine? What have you gotten yourself into? We don't have the money for this. And he basically explains that he showed her some gold. And that he's got
gold, mommy.
Yeah, that he captured a leprechaun and made him show him where his gold is and took his gold. And that's always a myth you always hear, but then what you don't find out is that the leprechaun's going to terrorize you the rest of your life to get the gold back.
I never knew that though, but I think they just made that for the story.
This is based on real stories.
That leprechaun,
all 7 of them. In the hood, in space, all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I thought if you found the gold at the end of the rainbow in our childhood fairy tales, it's yours to keep. No, the leprechaun gives you 3 wishes. The leprechaun will appear, and he'll grant you 3 wishes. That's what the leprechaun does.
I like the whole 3-wish thing.
Yeah, but this is different. It's a horror movie. And, I mean, look at him sitting in.
How come one of the wishes isn't like I wish for a wish every day for the rest of my life?
That's pretty good.
That would be my first wish, and that pretty much takes care of the others.
Because I mean, what are they going to tell you? There are stipulations, son.
I want a wish every day.
And what gets them is the 4-leaf clover in here. But
I guess we got to get to the leprechaun, who doesn't really have a name. I think
the meat of the story.
I think later on he's got some kind of weird name, some dumb
Leslie.
Thing. Yeah, we'll call him Butch. He's stalking. He's coming after this guy. He's chasing after him and starts terrorizing him at his home here shortly after.
And lots of things I'm gonna
because he's hidden the gold.
He's
hidden it.
Rip an a-hole out on tons of things, but it's a cheap movie and it's meant to be, and they didn't care.
Right, so he knocks the guy's wife down the steps, kills her.
I like that. First of all, when he comes up to her, she's in the kitchen area or something like that, and the next thing you know, she's flying down the steps. And the way that scene was, though, it's like they cut the scene and just said, next scene, she'll be flying down the steps.
He hit her so hard.
Because they didn't... Yeah, I mean, the way... I'm like, how'd that even happen? But anyways.
And then the husband comes back in. I think he had been hiding the gold.
He was hiding
the gold. Because he comes...
Where's
me gold? That's his line in the whole movie. Where's me gold? Where's me Lucky Charms?
Where's it?
Yeah. And, when he sees the leprechaun in the house, he's holding the tea. Oh, she made a lovely pot of tea. He unloads his pistol into him, but as we're going to find, guns have 0 effect. Even though it looks like it does hurt him. Yeah. Because there's one scene where it looks like, double dare green slime comes flying out of him.
When they even stab him in the eye and it breaks off and you see green goo, but...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's a part of this movie, too, that...
Well, he shoots him.
We'll get into it.
He puts his body... He's not dead. He puts his body in a crate, nails it up, and the one thing he has to make sure to do is put the 4-leaf clover on top of the box because he can't get... That's like a...
Yeah.
Keeps him at
It's like Superman's kryptonite.
It is. It's like
he can't move. That's what...
And then he starts pouring gasoline all over everything. He's going to just set the house ablaze, I think. Yeah. And he pulls his wife out, and unfortunately, he has a stroke at the top of the steps.
Yes, he's getting ready to light, and he goes,
I'm having a cardiac arrest.
Then he falls down. He goes, my bitter heart.
Yeah, so, there we go, man. 10 years later.
That's not there we go.
Isn't that what happens?
First of all, no, that's what happens, but don't you like how he uses the leprechaun can change his voice to people's...
Yes. Has he done that yet?
Yeah, he talked like his wife. He was talking like her.
Oh, that's right. Trying to get him to come down there. But he knows. He knows better. His dead wife's right behind him.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
It's like the best news he's had all day.
Oh, yeah.
At least the wife's dead.
He goes, she's gone, for goodness sake, Oh, no more tea.
Yeah, now he can sit like Al Bundy and with the remote and watch Psycho Dad. And
well, he shot him once and he fell behind a crate.
Yeah.
There's other parts in the movie where they shoot him like 3 or 4 times. It doesn't do nothing to him.
It knocked him down. I mean, it puts him out of commission for a minute,
come on.
I think. I'm trying to be generous.
No, I know.
I think it knocks him out for a little bit.
Hey, you ripped apart Toxic, so let's...
Well, it was so easy. They left the doors wide open.
Oh, the rolling fields 10 years later.
Oh, yeah, the fields of clover. And the potato fields.
Oh, my God. Oh, the farming. I can't eat for months now.
Oh, look at all the rats. And so, we got a Jeep driving down the road. It's got...
you got a dirt
Jennifer
road that
Aniston
peers off to the left.
Playing some girl named... What's Jennifer Aniston play? Tory.
Tory is her name.
And she's kind of cute. This is her first movie. She's cute. We were saying before the podcast, I'm not one of them people that put her way up here and think she's, drop dead gorgeous, but she's cute. Yeah. I mean, I'd
put her down as drop dead gorgeous.
I'd motorboat
drop dead Fred.
I'd motorboat her butt. Try to say that 5 times. Motorboat her butt.
my pedestal. Motorboat.
Anybody want to see that again?
I put her up there with Nicole Kidman. I think Jennifer Aniston's kind of close to there.
She's got kind of like a Jennifer Grey little schnoz thing. She's got her own style schnoz.
Oh, yeah.
See, because I thought Jennifer Grey wasn't bad looking when she had the schnoz, and then she went and effed her face all up.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
It's like you took away the one little thing of personality you had.
Amen, sister.
So, Jen, don't mess with the schnoz, It is what it is.
And, so they pull up in a Jeep in the old farmhouse.
Her and her dad.
I guess
he's rented it or something like that.
Yeah, dirt
maybe
cheap,
like a
whatever.
Summer
place or a rental cottage or condo.
teepee. Because it is pretty run down, let's admit.
Yeah, it's old farmland.
She kind of wanted to get out of L.A. for a while.
Oh, and look at those legs. She's got that nice blue dress on and heels.
It is a nice dress.
And she's a spoiled...
Those little sundresses, those are cute.
Yeah. When it's windy out. I mean, come on. It's she's very...
She's just used to the city life.
Yeah, she's spoiled.
I don't know if spoil's the word, but just used to...
Well, she needs a good spanking, Ted. You know that, right?
And
that's what's good about the sundress.
I've got a pretty good spanking hand.
That's what's good about the sundress.
Mm-hmm.
Spankings are good,
And, and I like a butt.
Ted is scared of spiders.
I like a butt that you could, take a car antenna off and really go to town on it.
Yeah. No, I've got lined up about 10 different switches from the old
because they always ask guys, you're a leg man, you're a breast man, you're an ass man. I think I'm an ass man because every time someone sees me, they say, hey, you're an ass man. So I think I'm the ass man.
You could be.
Me and Cosmo.
Cosmo, hey, it's the ass man.
Yes, man.
Are those your vanity plates? Hey. But
yeah, she's going to stay with her dad. She wanted to get out of L.A. for a while. And at first she calls the place New Mexico. He's like, it's not New Mexico, it's North Dakota.
That means it's north of Dakota.
Right.
Anyways, yeah.
He takes her immediately down in the basement where there's a big hairy tarantula crawling on the floor. Now, I don't know if they got big hairy tarantulas in North Dakota.
I don't think so.
Those seem to be more of like a jungle, desert kind of insect.
I think the biggest spiders we got up this way...
Those are wolf ones.
Is wolf spiders. And that's not a wolf spider.
Yeah, not even close. And there's like 2 of them in this movie.
But we won't talk about nothing.
It irritates me.
Ted's got phobia of spiders.
It's the one thing in this world that I really just don't care
Okay, we let it out now. Now we're going to have to get a little
Alright, we'll get past it. We'll talk about the
therapy
now.
Movie. Okay.
Whatever.
Anyways, yeah, she's just...
So it almost sounds like he wants
She's got nice red lips, though, and they're all lipstick. Spider against Ted's going, oh my lord.
That's it. Lord. I think it's done in the movie now.
Okay.
But didn't it make it sound like he wants her to sleep down here? Isn't there another room upstairs? He wants her to, like,
you know what?
Coat of paint down here, be real nice. Buddy, if it was me, I'd be like, I'm not even coming down in here again.
No, it did make it seem like he's setting the basement up for her. And it looks
this is an old dank farmhouse in North Dakota. There ain't nothing you could do to make this nice.
No. Oh, and this is so annoying.
Well, she's gonna run into what's his name?
After she goes running upstairs and she runs into out the front door with her phone.
This guy can't remember his name.
It's her portable phone.
Oh,
it's not a cell phone. It's a portable phone. The portable phone.
The flip phone.
One of the first ones. But she runs into Nathan.
Nathan, that's right.
Pretty boy Nathan with the long hair.
And the purple shirt.
Yeah, yes. And what's going to get you through this movie is his shirt is brand new. Mm-hmm. Pants are brand new. But it's ripped all the way up the sides. Like they bought a brand new shirt.
They ripped it.
They ripped it, took the sleeves off, and they took their brush and they went dab, 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 dab.
Right, because these guys are here to paint the house. There's three of them. There's Nathan, his little brother
Alex,
and then there's Ozzy,
who's got a little bit of
Ozzy. I can't remember the fella's name, but he's played by the guy that played Francis Buxton in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. If you remember Francis, and they have a business. Three guys.
Pee-wee Herman, new movie coming out on Netflix.
Check next week. I think at the end of this week. This weekend it'll be out. Okay. I don't have high hopes, but I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping it's good.
Put that hair back over your shoulders.
That's right, honey. You're going to put that in there, right?
The father never...
He's not around.
He doesn't even care, though, what's going on. I think he looks at one time, but... I mean, I know his daughter's older and grown up, but he's certainly treating her
because she runs out of the house, says, I'm going to a hotel. I'm not staying here.
Yeah.
So she comes out, bumps into Nathan. They chit-chat for a minute.
They do.
And, she's looking at him, like, hey, country bumpkin, not so bad, He's got some muscle on him. Mm-hmm. And, she's getting that warm feeling. Pretty boy! She's getting that warm feeling downtown.
She's, it's tingling a bit.
So when Dad comes out with her suitcase, she's like, take that back in, I'm gonna stay.
In front of him, yeah.
Right.
So he knows they can get hooked up later on.
Right. So that's coming.
Situations.
So the painters have a business. Three guys.
Did you say Rise?
Rise.
What? Oh, yeah. And Alex, I love that little sling he's got.
Oh yeah, he's and this kid kind of annoys me. Just one of them kids that does not talk like a usual 9-year-old talks.
Right.
Well,
he's trying to take care of this little bumbling...
Well, he's not his brother or anything. He's just some guy that works for him. He's a little slow. I mean, he's like Forrest Gumpish. He's perfectly fine to take care of himself.
Oh, right. No, yeah, he can.
But the first time you see him, he's putting a piece of gum in his mouth, just like he did in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He gives him that trick gum.
But what's with the kid? How'd he get this job?
It's his brother. Nathan's his brother. Nathan's his big brother.
Okay.
Yeah, those two are brothers.
Because what happens in this movie is... very quickly, all of them become like, it's almost like the movie revolves around them, so you got to give them, their characters and how they intertwine and connect. But it's pretty much like they immediately click and they're like a family or something like that.
Yeah, they get tight real fast.
Kind of strange, but
well, when a crazy leprechaun is threatening people and things are starting to get scary, that's what you do.
This movie almost. The Leprechaun's awesome. I like him.
Yeah, the makeup's cool. That's cool.
But you definitely...
The waddle is cool.
Yeah, you definitely know they rushed through it. And I don't think the director cared if there were mistakes made or what went on.
There's no mistakes. It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's a perfect movie.
That's right.
Bring me some red wine,
This is the national movie of Ireland,
It is,
Don't you dare be saying anything about it.
It's in our archives, our archives,
Our national archives. It's the first movie in
So he's sitting down there in his box, and he's just sitting there all relaxed.
I gotta say one thing. Do you know these guys are supposed to be painting a house?
They are.
They're painting it this horrid shade of blue. Who paints a house blue? You can tell around here.
And is it bright red with it too?
And the shutters.
Yeah, bright red shutters
and a blue
house.
Now you got to know around in the Cleveland area here, if you start getting into poorer neighborhoods, you notice how the houses are always green and blue and pink. They're always these weird colors. That's what I feel like this is. And you notice on the side of the house, they only get this much of the wall, the outside of the house painted the whole movie. They're out there working for a whole day.
Well, the whole movie takes place in a day.
Is it a day? Yeah, I guess it is a day. Well,
it's 24 hours,
Well, they don't get a whole lot of painting done.
Yeah, bitter. Little bitter.
So, what happens? He's down, Nathan.
They both come down there. And,
what's he doing downstairs? He's not painting down there?
He was looking for, what's the sheets for painting?
Oh, some drop cloths? Things like that? Okay.
Because it falls on her.
All right. Oh,
and
she
was
bringing him down a drink.
Well, she's got 2 cups of water. First of all, they should be rusty and brownish.
Isn't that what it was?
Because the
rusty brown water.
Because it was, there's the color of the house.
Yeah,
I mean, look at this. And isn't the shutter still hanging off the limb? Wouldn't you support that first?
Yeah, I put the shutter. I take the shutter off and paint it.
You
would take it off the house and paint it.
Let's paint it while it's hanging.
Put it back on.
Paint it, then we'll.
They don't do no taping. The trim isn't taped off. These guys are horrible. Who hired them?
Nice shirt.
Like, they don't have no tape? No masking tape?
I'm gonna rip this off the side.
So, yeah, he was moving some crates around, and they do flash at, the Leprechaun after 10 years is still in that crate.
Yeah, because his eyes open.
Yeah, he just needs somebody to move that damn clover off there. So, what does he do? He makes
Ozzy
goes in the house to clean up because he's got paint all over.
Yeah, he spilled paint. He's a bumbling idiot. Stupid jerk. No, he's a nice guy, actually. I like him in the movie. If anybody's annoying, it's probably Alex, like you said. But, Yeah. Didn't they drive up? I mean, did her father prepare this house? Because there's stuff in the fridge, in the cabinets. Or is this all old food?
I gotta think maybe he put some things there. It looks like he's been there for a little while. It's not like he just got there that day.
Okay, could be.
Yeah, I don't think he just got there. I think he's been there.
I'm going to go with that,
Yeah.
I'm going to go with that.
So what kind of noise is the Leprechaun making to lure...
Like a kid. He's going, help me.
He's doing a kid's voice?
Help me.
Because I know he did like a cat's voice, a kid's voice, a lady's voice.
Yeah, it's a little kid's voice.
I couldn't remember because I've only seen this the one time.
He's going, Marilyn. Delaware. No.
You should have did Edward G. Robinson's voice.
Hey, get down here.
Let me out of this crate, see?
Get me out of here. I'm stuffed.
Yeah, it's stifling in here. Come on. Yeah.
Stifling.
Open this crate, see? Come on, just take that clover off. Come on, you mug.
You stupid mug. Get me out of here.
You gotta watch Racketeer Rabbit. That's the cartoon with that.
That's what we refer to when we do this every movie. But the clover falls off of the crate because Ozzy walks up to it and gets his head real close.
Yeah, and then there's gonna be a whole lot of shaking going on because
action just starts from there, man.
Action packed. He pops out, blows the cobwebs off his hat.
I'm hungry. It's been 10 years now.
All right. Do you have me gold? Have you seen me gold, lad? He doesn't say hello, how are you? My name is whatever. Have you seen me gold, lad?
He eats the cricket right off
some
sleeve.
Bug.
But yeah, immediately, that's all he's after. I mean, he's just obsessed with the gold. I mean, talk about greedy.
Right. And I mean, he should have said, hey, dude, I just got to this house to paint. I ain't seen the gold. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's another thing. Okay, so he does.
But he doesn't really hurt him. I mean... Scares the hell out of him, but I don't believe he hurts him. He hasn't seen his gold, and I don't know. He talks some trash to him, but I don't.
Yeah, really.
He doesn't kill him or anything.
In the movie, he really only kills one person, don't he?
Well, he kills that
the cop, the police officer. That's it.
The coin shop owner as well.
We don't see that, but
you got a pogo stick thing on him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, we blew that. But anyway.
Oh, spoiler. Well, I think people know by now.
No.
And he well, you know,
let's take that back
because he does try. When I remember Ozzy goes to run up the stairs and he tries to do some kind of funky green thing with his hand.
Yeah, force. And he says, "My power is
not bad." Because I guess the gold must be his power. Like if once he starts getting his gold back, he gets his power back.
Yes.
All right, so there we go. So he comes running out the house.
You think Nathan uses Prel on his hair?
Maybe Pert.
Okay, Pert. Sounds about right.
I mean, it's outstanding hair.
So, yeah.
For 93, man. Chicks would have done
1993,
that. Yeah, just...
But yeah, so Ozzy comes running
There's
out.
a leprechaun down in the basement trying to kill me.
Look at the paint on the side of Nathan's arms.
Well, he's got... it's just like 2 stripes. Just
the director said, I mean, he's like... dab everybody up with a couple, even Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, she's got some on her too, man. I mean, it's
Tory.
Not in her hair or anything. It's just on the arms. Not on her clothes, just on the arms.
She's so smitten,
on the skin.
Smitten with Nathan.
I know.
But he says about the leprechaun. They all think he's nuts, but they all go in.
Yeah,
Nathan grabs a stick.
Yeah, because that'll take care of it.
This will get him if there's some trouble.
And I think when they're down there, they just hear a cat meowing. Which I think is the leprechaun doing that, right? Because he's hiding under the steps.
Yeah.
And they hear a cat. It's like, well, there's your leprechaun. And You know, Ozzy's trying to tell him, you know, I want no cat.
Another thing I hate about this movie
Couldn't he have showed him the crate that got all, you know...
They did look at it, and I guess he's hiding somewhere, yeah, but another thing I hate about this movie is Jennifer Aniston's choice in shorts in this movie. It is 93. They're like kind of, you know, come on, bring them up just a little bit more, hot pants.
Right.
You know, am I wrong?
You know, I guess she was limited to what the wardrobe had. I mean, she didn't want to get her own clothes messed up.
You know, she's always been very, you know, how can I put it? Proper. She's a proper old lass.
Yeah, that's right. She's got her chastity.
She's an sense to her, you know. But anyways, yeah. So what happens is they end up going back and there's a rat comes up.
Oh, that was what it was.
And Nathan goes, it's just a rat, and you know, Ozzy's like, I don't think so, man.
Or something.
That's not a cat, it's a rat.
I will not eat them with a cat, and I won't eat them with a rat.
You won't eat them with a rat or a cat?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, big old... See, yeah, Dad was going to put her down there. Rats, tarantulas.
This is where we break out into the Ireland dance. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, we should river dance a little bit.
We should.
Start knocking all the figures down, getting up on the table.
So much we could have done.
I know, we really should have did a number for you. I was going to get a Shamrock Shake.
It's a little limited, but Shamrock Shake. Are they out now?
Yeah, dude, they're out.
Shamrock, yeah, they gotta be, because it's this week is... Oh, let me fix something down here.
He's got to shift gears over there.
Shift gears up. Oh, there's a lot of
rainbow. Yeah, I love it. There's no moisture in the air at all. They come outside and just a rainbow. You see it literally shoot across the sky, like reading Rainbow. It comes so... You never see a rainbow do that.
Especially when it's just dry as heck.
I know. You gotta have some moisture in the air a little bit. And Ozzy gets the idea. Well, let's go chase the...
he goes, there's a pot of gold at the end of every
Well, how do you know which end you go to? I mean, yeah, it came this way, so maybe, but... You know, yeah, there's gold at the end of the rainbow.
Whichever one you would go to, I would guess.
He and the kid go, totally shirk their painting duties.
Yeah, like it's just red,
I mean, they're probably getting paid by the hour.
What is the rainbow?
There's no yellow.
Yeah, there's no yellow.
It was like red, blue, green.
It's not
red, blue, and green.
Yeah, so it's not a rainbow, really. It's a one.
The colors aren't even in the right order.
It's a Puerto Rican Day Parade flag.
It's red, green, and blue.
So what flag?
And that's not even the right. It would be
whatever.
It would be red. You know, usually like orange.
Oh,
yellow.
Whatever. Yeah,
like the color spectrum goes down. The spectrum, exactly.
Color spectrum. But they almost got tetanus on the truck. But they find out that it goes right. The rainbow ends at the truck. So
there's a derelict truck out there.
It's derelict.
And Ozzy tells
Daryl's his first name and Luck is his last.
Don't scratch yourself on your jaw. Lock right up.
Yeah, you get yourself some
lockjaw. Like, you know what we should do? We should hotwire this thing. It's like buried in mud and debris.
I know.
We're gonna hotwire it. Let's go. But Ozzy finds a gold coin in there. And
it's weird how
the bag just like appears.
Yeah, it's like glows. Yeah, okay, now it's here.
So the kid's like, "Oh, here, you can have that. I'll take this." And yeah, they're basically rich, and they're talking about getting Ozzy an operation to fix his brain, because that's what we believed in 1993. People that were slow, we could give an operation and fix their brain.
That's what Alex tells.
It's called lobotomy.
That's what Alex says. I mean, he's a kid, and he said, I think he was trying to be nice about it.
Right.
Even, you know, I think it was. But don't you like how...
Well, the kid says, I hope it's real.
Right. Yeah, right. And they tried checking.
Right, because it's supposed to be soft. Gold is supposed to be like soft. You can do it.
And Ozzy swallows it.
The whole gold coin, he swallows it.
Yeah, he goes, I swallowed it. It's in my stomach.
Well, we'll be crapping it out later.
Yeah.
It's just like your dad always told you, like when you swallow a quarter, don't worry about it unless you crap out 2 dimes and a nickel. Yeah. So, I mean, he should be all right.
No, yeah. Gold coin will go right through you.
Right. So, yeah, they kind of get an idea that they're not going to tell anybody else about this because he's like, yeah, what is it? Alex says, you know how adults are. As soon as you tell them about money, they try to take it away from you.
Right.
So
and they want it, so that they get the idea to go and hide it in the well.
They're going to take a coin, and they want to find out if it's real, so they're going to stash a coin. But the rest of it, they're going to hide. Missing. Where are they going to hide? In the well. The well. By the house. There's like a old-fashioned water well. They're going to lower it down.
And when they do it, they go... But anyways, go.
Yeah. And
see?
Yeah, we're going to hide that dough.
We're going to put that well, see?
Hide that dough down the well.
Yeah, that's $100,000, see?
All right, you rabbit.
What do you say about $500 for each coin?
Later we find that out.
There's 100 coins. So there's not that much pot at the end of the rainbow. Not in today's terms. Might have been good back in the 1700s.
Well,
I mean, it's still a good amount now, but...
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say no to it.
Of course not.
Right, no. And, oh, God.
Let me help you with the brush there.
They go back to the... Here, nice even strokes now.
Yes, up and down, stroke it up.
I mean, I'm like, take the shutter off the house first. Idiots don't know how to... That's all they've painted.
Wonder how much he's paying them for
and
this job.
It's shit.
It's shite. It's shite.
They got the daughter working, and they haven't even painted 3 boards.
Look at her just strut to that car. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyways,
we've had better looking chicks in movies. Yeah. Come on, Reanimator. We had Barbara Crampton.
Sprawled out on that.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Tory goes to walk over the truck to get
the old
something.
leprechauns underneath.
Yeah, he's caressing the leg a little bit, and she's like, "What does she say? Nathan, what are you doing? Come on, get serious."
Could she think immediately he was underneath the truck?
Right, because then there's a scratch.
Oh yeah, he scratches her.
Yeah. And that's when the leprechaun makes the cat noise.
And he's hundreds of years old too. I would really be worried about like the plague,
his
plague and stuff like that.
His nails didn't look neat and trimmed at all. I mean, you're gonna get a case of something. Yeah. You know, you're gonna get a staph or MRSA infection without a doubt.
Oh heck yeah!
But yeah, she's like, someone was touching my leg, and her dad comes running out there, and she's like, I know, they said, oh, it's just the cat, because they hear a cat. Yeah. It's like, no, I know what it feels like when a man, caresses my leg, and there's Dad. Huh?
Well, she's got to be 20 here. I mean, something. I mean,
yeah, but no dad wants to. You want to hear that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, when your daughter's 20, you want to hear that?
No, not especially with the. And then they hear.
Oh, he goes and does the smartest thing in the world. They're gonna go try to find the cat.
If you hear a cat meowing in a hole, are you really going to go stick your hand way down?
This reminded me of Flash Gordon. Remember in Flash Gordon when he and Timothy Dalton were putting their hands in that tree? You remember that? It kind of reminded me of that because he puts it in there. Oh, here, kitty, and then
you see Leprechaun's face down.
Oh yeah, you can see the little Leprechaun's face in the hole of the tree.
Oh,
oh God!
You got me cold.
His hand's like cut in two. They don't even take him in the house to like clean it, wrap it up, and anything.
No, they throw him in the 3 guys that paint truck.
The 3 guys that paint truck.
This is what gets me. He puts the key in here, doesn't start.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what I'm talking about. Hey, Alex, go fix the car.
The distributor cap.
But he opens up the hood.
Right. Knows exactly what to do.
Yeah, and he doesn't even... I don't even think it was
He just
off.
jiggles a couple of wires.
He
didn't touch the distributor cap at all.
Yeah. It wasn't even unplugged. But
come on!
And he gets in the back, and they take off. And I love the leprechaun run into the shed.
Oh,
this is where he
does that little waddle.
Yeah, he's a little dwarf.
He's got his tricycle.
He grows out on
tearing ass through the farm. I like when he's got that car later on.
Oh yeah, great. Reminiscent of Killer Clowns a little bit. Mm-hmm. And you know what I have to bring up about this movie?
What's that?
Even though there's some. I wouldn't even call it gore. I mean, he bites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's a couple scenes here and here that would make this rated R. But
they throw a couple of F words in there, I think, just to do it.
But for the most part, does this movie not feel like, and tell me if I'm wrong, like a kid's horror, like R.L. Stine or Goosebumps or something like that? Put away the horror part of it a little bit. And when they're running around, running around like Scooby Doo and Shaggy and them, all 4 together because they're all kind of got that campiness 100%. To it. It's got that feel to the movie.
Take away a couple of those little gore shots,
right?
And they probably just had to put a couple of F words in there to make it because that's what they did. I think there's like 2.
And it could be like a in no way am I comparing it to Monster Squad movie, but a kind of a kid type movie like that.
It easily could have been, because it was originally supposed to be more of a straight up horror movie. Warwick Davis, from what I understand, kind of started injecting a little bit of humor, making it a little funny, and they kind of liked how that was and went with that. So,
and that's when he said, "Screw it, let's just have fun."
Right, you know, Warwick did his thing, man. You know, after Willow,
And how the heck...
The roles were drying up.
Another thing is they drove all the way to wherever the nearest whatever is.
Hospital, medical center, whatever.
Well, yeah, they took him, but in it's a town or so. But how far away are they from this farm? Because they do get to to find out if it's gold.
Right, there's like a collector's coin shop.
Yeah.
That they managed to get into before it closes.
And as they show that, the Leprechaun's outside with the tricycle.
They show him disappearing and appearing.
No, I was going to say that.
Place, so.
And that's where I'm not confused.
It's magical.
They're doing whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's times where he just appears, disappears. There's other times where he runs away. Exactly. When it's convenient.
Deus ex machina. Yeah. That's what it's called.
And then he's driving, like you said, he's driving, which is funny as heck. But anyways, here I think he hears... What does he hear? Does he hear a cat again here?
Or possibly. I don't remember. But the fellow that runs the collector shop, they show him the gold coin. He says, I've never seen anything like this. If it is indeed solid gold, it'd probably go, standard gold price is probably just $500 for, the coin.
Right.
But he's interested in some of the markings on it. He asks, if I give you a receipt, can I keep this for the night just to
do some research on it?
Yeah, just to kind of look it up a little bit.
I'll do some research.
And
he's got the green shirt too.
Oh, of course. Yes. And you say, I'll keep it in my safe. It'll be safe. And then you're right. Yeah, he's looking some stuff up in a book, and then the tricycle kind of hits him in the leg. Yeah, and I don't know if he hears a kid laughing or a cat meowing. The Leprechaun does all kinds of crap like that. And basically,
he's mischievous.
Oh, he is. And yeah, the Leprechaun just shows up in the coin shop.
Bert the Leprechaun
gets on a pogo stick and just...
This is probably this is a good kill.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because he's opening up his safe. And all the peanut butter sandwiches... me gold! He's in the safe.
You got me gold. and the poor guy don't know what's going on. It's not like, the person
And this Leprechaun's always like getting in the fridge, getting in the safes, getting under the hood of the car. Damn!
He's having fun.
I'm surprised they didn't have him popping out of the toilet bowl.
That's true.
That's the one thing they missed.
Yeah, I tell you.
So, yeah. Where's the gold?
And what does he tell him here? He says, what are you? What are... He goes, don't you see the buckle above here and the buckles on my shoes? So it's like, I'm a leprechaun,
Yeah, he gets on the pogo stick and...
Look at him, slow-mo.
Oh, yeah, it was slow-mo. That's
on his chest. That would hurt.
Jacked... Oh, God, yeah.
Dwarf jumping down.
Jacked him in the chest a few times and he's dead.
Midges are out right now.
But yeah, his face is all scratched.
We're by Lake Erie, so there's a lot of midgets out.
Oh, yeah, midgets. Well, especially in the fall.
Yeah.
A lot of midges.
And don't you
They get all over the place, like when they're playing baseball and stuff.
His shoe thing, he goes and cleans the shoe.
That's right.
He starts getting a little...
Did we find out... Did he say already that he was a shoemaker?
No, before? But maybe
600 years old and I was a shoemaker or something.
Could be. I can't remember.
But yeah, he's always got a thing. Whenever he sees shoes that aren't dirt, that aren't
always
clean,
shining the shoes.
He'll shine them up a bit.
Yeah, and this is where you start seeing a little bit of that OCD going on with his.
Oh
shoes.
yeah, he's very.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a fetish thing going on with some of the those shoes things. And,
right.
But he sees this collectible vehicle, like one of the old kids' vehicles.
Pedal cars.
Yeah, pedal cars. Yeah. And
those are so cool.
Polishes it a little bit.
Those are neat.
They are.
The kiddie park?
Yeah.
We have a Memphis kiddie park here, little amusement park
type thing, yeah.
And usually, like in the summer, I don't know if you ever noticed, they raffle off a few. They restore them.
Really?
And there's a few. I'd love to get one, just just to have one. I mean, I'd let my kids try it, but it's like they're so neat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one looked like a police car last year. They fixed a couple of them up.
Yeah.
So look for that next year if you take your kids at all.
Yeah, let me know.
I will. I don't know how much a raffle ticket is, but it's just kind of neat. It just reminded me of that when I watched it.
Oh, did I tell you Aiden just did a we'll get off a little tangent. Oh, there's the car with okay. Well, I'll get to it in a second
later. Huh?
Yeah, because first of all, I guess there's headlights on it.
Yeah. Somehow.
Magical headlights, but there's a cop sitting there with eating a donut.
and he's speeding down the street.
He's
this
not,
little pedal car.
He's not speeding down. He's probably going like 15 miles an hour.
Yeah, you're right. He's not going fast. But the cop's going to pull him over.
But what's funny is the Leprechaun's he piled in stuff from the store.
Yeah.
Like he is robbing.
Yeah, I guess he stole
I guess he's busting this little leprechaun for.
But he thinks it's a kid.
Yeah, something.
Because he goes over there, he's like, don't you think it's a little late for you to be out?
It is odd and very strange.
No. And
this is fun. Scenes like this is what kept me watching the movie and entertained.
Yeah, because it ends up being like a whole wooded chase with the cop, going after the leprechaun and shooting at him. And he tells him, take that mask off.
He goes, so watch your mask, He kind of looks like the Grinch a little bit in that face. A little more distorted and stuff. But anyways, whatever. My opinion.
And his teeth are all...
Oh, yeah.
I think they even mentioned, it looks like he's never brushed his teeth. I think Ozzy says that.
But, what does he do? He grabs the cop's face before he takes off running in that woods.
Gives him some good scratches and gets his gun.
And he goes like this. Whoever played, and I forget the actor's name that plays the Leprechaun, is just...
Warwick Davis?
Oh, okay. He played the Leprechaun.
And all but the most recent.
Okay.
That was Wicket from Return of the Jedi. Wicket the Ewok. Oh. Willow.
There you... Oh, yeah. Okay.
That same guy. That dude.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know what I was? Oh, man, you lost all your geek cred.
I didn't know what I was.
Turn in your geek card, man.
I don't think I ever had one. That's why you got all the info and I just have fun with
it. What? But
anyways, what I was going to say, while they're chasing around here, basically what's going to happen is the Leprechaun's just going to pop here, pop there, pop here, pop there. But anyways, Aiden just had his first Cub Scouts, what's that, Pinewood Derby car race.
Uh-huh.
So we made our vehicle, shaved it down. I looked on what was the most aerodynamic way to make it and stuff like that. Lube the wheels and stuff, put the weights close to 5 ounces if we can. Aiden's very first time, he never lost a race.
Really?
First place, got
his
trophy.
Huh? Nice.
Yeah.
And it's just like the little cars?
Little cars.
Okay.
You got to keep it under 5 ounces. And he called it the Flaminator.
Flaminator. Sounds like a good burger.
Yeah.
With
lots of barbecue.
Jalapenos and...
I'm thinking lots of barbecue, bacon.
Stuff that's going to burn coming out.
Yeah, there's got to be some stuff. But yeah, first place, man. It was actually pretty cool.
Good for him. I never did anything like that.
I'm like going... I had no idea what was
going to happen. Did they give
you
like a kit to start with or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Shave it down, and all the sand it. You got to get air. And you wouldn't believe, because it's by hundredths of a second every time.
Mm-hmm.
But Aiden was winning by like this much each time. Okay. And I'm like going... And Aiden...
man, you built the car.
First one he won, he looked at me and goes... Second one, won. Third one, he goes... he's going, yeah. And fourth one, he's like, oh, and then, so he came first.
All the other dads shaking their heads.
Yeah, they're like, and the one...
What'd you do?
The one lady asked me, she goes, that's your son? He won? I go, yeah. She goes, how come you're not jumping up and down and screaming? I'm like going...
So stupid.
Are you kidding me? No, it's cool, but I'm not going to be like that.
Oh my God!
I can't believe it. I'm a man.
You just say, because I built that car. I knew it was going to win. Because it's fixed.
See this whole time and look at the Leprechaun still.
Yeah, nothing's happened in the amount of time except that they've been chasing each other through the woods. And I gotta love how the Leprechaun's wearing pink pants.
Yeah.
It kind of clashes with the green.
Yeah, it's kind of a Christmas Leprechaun.
I don't know. Or Valentine's Day?
Although gnomes and stuff, they got the red and green, I mean, for the most part.
Maybe. I remember the one part, the Leprechaun, he pokes out by the tree, and he just takes his billy club and throws it. It's like, the one weapon you have, and you throw it.
That was my thought exactly.
Yeah, because he stole your gun, so
I'm like,
you at least have a stick.
Yeah, to at least fight back with. But yeah, he throws it away.
But that's typical.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's typical of the yokels.
Director said, throw it at him.
Well, they do that all the time. Well, how many times do you see movies where, you're shooting and when they run out of bullets, you just... Yeah. I mean, can't you put more bullets in it? Hell with it.
Or use it. It's a metal object to hit with it. I would never toss it. Unless it was Pinhead coming at me.
Pistol whip somebody? Sure.
I'll pistol whip your ass.
But I mean, what happens? The cop, he's all bloodied up. He's beaten up. You know, this leprechaun's gotten the best of him. He just kind of sits down by a tree. Take 5. He thinks maybe the leprechaun ran away, and the damn thing jumps out of the tree on top of him and breaks his neck.
Yeah, those are his legs, aren't they? They gotta be.
I don't know.
Anyways.
I can't imagine they would have had him just, like, jump right down his shoulder. I mean, even though he is a little person, he probably still, you know, he's compact. You know? You know what I mean? It's like a baby, you know, like when they're, like, you know...
Silent.
You know, when they get to that age, you know, they're still little, but they're like, ugh, Jesus Christ, you know, you're heavy. My boy was kind of like that. He was just compact.
Oh, yeah, oh yeah, he was, yes. But anyways, we're at the diner.
They flashed a couple times in between, but nothing of any consequence happens.
No. I mean, Tory and Nathan are at the diner waiting for Alex and Ozzy to get back from wherever they went. They said meet him at the diner. He's eating a nice plate of meatloaf.
Yeah,
and some
she's not having anything.
Just some home stuff. Oh, because she's like, she's stuck.
I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah, that's it. She's a vegetarian.
You know what you're eating? You're eating chopped up cow, if you're lucky. Yeah, I'm a vegetarian. I won't hurt an animal. Oh, yeah, like he reaches under the table, pulls her shoe off, her sneaker.
Yeah, and hangs
like,
it right over his food.
Chopped up cow.
Is he going to continue to eat, though, when holding that over his plate of food?
It don't bother him none.
I guess not. Country folk. Even though they got brand new shirts and they just dirtied them up. Wardrobe!
Makeup!
And the seat, look at, he's got a sneak in a window. Mm-hmm. He's been flashing here and here and there.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't just materialize in the house. You're right.
Maybe it takes up energy, but I highly doubt it. I just think, for this scene, you're going to crawl through the window.
Maybe. I don't know.
And he starts, this is where we get all the cereal boxes up in the cabinet.
He's searching the house for the gold. And they couldn't use Lucky Charms. What is it called?
Lucky Clover.
But it's the same box.
My Lucky Clover.
The same font as Lucky Charms. It looks the same. He takes a big handful.
And he throws it, he spits it out.
Now, there was a box of Rice Krispies up there. I was just hoping he'd pull it out and say something about the little elves on the box. That'd have been fun. Yeah, you faggots.
You're a freaking little boy. Huh? Get out of here.
I thought that would have been fun.
Snap, crackle, and pop this, you little son of the bitches.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. That'd have been good. Yeah, he's tearing through all the drawers.
Looking at himself in the mirror. He thinks he's beautiful. He doesn't know that he's not.
I don't know.
You know, like a monster looks at, a human. Mm-hmm. Like a Twilight Zone, the pig faces.
Yeah.
You know,
the they thought she was all weird.
They thought she was the ugly one.
Maybe.
But she was.
But he thinks he's hot stuff. He starts getting out all the shoes.
Yes.
I love this part of the movie.
It is.
He can't find his gold but I'm just going to clean everybody's shoes while I'm here.
This is the OCD coming out in him.
This is weird.
It is weird.
I don't know if he does this in any other movies.
Yeah, because everything that's going on, you've never seen the movie, so you don't know.
I've never read, but what I did do is I read when I was
synopsis.
I read like a little synopsis of each one, so I kind of know a little bit.
Well, do any of the synopsis even for this one go? And he also will prepare shoes.
It mentions that he cleans the shoes, like on Wikipedia during the plot. Yeah, it mentions that he cleans the shoes.
Well, there you go.
This part, not like the little bits and pieces he does elsewhere, but this, he mentions.
I love
because it's a big deal. They walk in the house, the kitchen's in disarray,
and
there's all the shoes.
They're beautifully maintained and cleaned and polished.
You know, she's looking at it like, wow. You know, he did a good
you think
job
he would
with shoes.
If I was the director, I would have given him a little kit.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when he's wiping off the shoes and polishing, he's not taking those stains off. You know what I mean? He's just out of habit.
I think they were going to have him go and be a shoe shine boy for a while. Go to the subways and stuff, and really get the skill down. But they just ran out of time. Budget cuts and stuff. He just had to get it going.
Yeah.
He probably should have did it on his own, just to kind of. Actually, I think that's what he was doing in between Willow and this movie.
You talk while I look at Jennifer.
All right. She's all right, dude.
Sweet.
She's pretty, but she's not.
Sweet.
I don't know. Who's better? I don't know. It's got to be somebody.
Who's better?
I could think.
I don't think she's.
Think of women
I don't think she's the best. I mean, I'm just saying she's.
I don't think she's even in the top 5. I mean, she's pretty. She's like a girl next door kind of girl, man. That's why she's
I was
cool.
looking around. You remember the Seinfeld where Jerry Seinfeld said, "You know what?" Or Jerry and Elaine were talking, and they said, "What do you think? How many people are dateable? How many beautiful people do you really think there are out there?" And he goes, 90% of the people are undateable.
90%.
She goes 90%?
90%.
90%. And
undateable.
But Ted, I was looking around. For some reason, I was observing the other day, and I was looking at everybody. I saw the people in the bank. Mm-hmm. There wasn't one. Okay.
No one that
Those
said, you know what?
15 people in there.
Nah.
15 people in there, not even close. Went to the store. Couldn't find
anybody.
I'm like, Jerry Seinfeld, you know what? I think you're right. 90% of the population, undateable.
Undateable. I'll be damned.
So anyways.
He knew what he was talking about. He wrote those stories. Yeah?
You love all the cobwebs, though? If her dad did come here before...
I don't know what he did.
Yeah, he didn't do crap. Because even the lamp they turn on there, which thank God the light bulb still works.
Yeah, all the light bulbs work, but all it does is illuminate all the cobwebs.
Yeah.
You think he could have...
I guess if you keep it off for 10 years, it should still work when you turn it back on.
Yes, or it'll blow up, from dry rot or something like that, but...
Not the filaments. The filaments should last forever.
I don't know much about filaments.
I read up on it in the research for this film.
I read more about Tesla than Edison, so...
Right, well...
We all should be having free electricity.
That's true. Exactly.
But that's another show. That'd be good for the other show.
Paranormal show, yeah.
That'd be good for
we
that.
Should go. Did you see my revamped website?
For our website?
Yeah.
We have a revamped website. I did.
The Little Monsters Movie Podcast.com.
Links to all of our shows and
looks good, nice and clean.
Yes.
As before,
he does all the work on the websites.
Yes.
It
was a little cluttered. I was throwing up every video link to our stuff. I'm just showcasing our last 4 and putting up links to stuff. So it's a lot cleaner and trimmer and good place to go to catch all our stuff. It's on Spreaker. I started on SoundCloud.
All our appearances out and about in town.
Yeah, going to be updating that. Ted when he has a bad day at home, I'm going to come over there and film for about 5 minutes.
With me sitting there like
I'm going to go like
and the kids are driving me nuts.
So there'll be special little sections.
This is like the first meet time I've had in almost 5-6 days. I mean,
right?
Because my wife went with a little
Vegas
trip with her family.
Little Vegas time.
And
when she come back?
She just got back yesterday.
Yesterday, okay.
Yesterday, Sunday, right? Yeah, she just got back last night. It's like every day's been a baby day. That's how I got him to go to bed early. It's like tomorrow's a big day. It's a big day.
Oh, it's a big day. Mommy will be back
every day. No, every day. Whether we had anything planned or not, it's a big day. No, I'm a super dad, man. Went to the movies, went out for pizza, went to Chuck E. Cheese.
Cool.
Toys R Us. I was...
Oh, we're getting off on the movie.
That's all right. We ain't missing much.
Good. No. Well, that's cool. At least she had fun. Yeah, hey,
So, they get home. Yeah, the whole house is in disarray.
Yeah. It's in data-array.
Nobody really believes this is a leprechaun yet.
Yeah.
See, no one else besides Ozzy has seen it.
Right.
So, what do they hear? Do they hear some noise outside or something? Nathan's going to go check it out?
Yeah.
I don't know what they even hear. But,
I can't remember either. He makes all kinds of noises, but
I don't know if it sounded like a gunshot or I can't even remember.
Could be a cat again or something. I don't
know. Who knows?
Or something was rustling. I don't know. Anyways,
but he goes out there to check it out and steps in a bear trap that the leprechaun put right out in the middle of the open,
and he didn't see it.
Stepped right on a bear trap.
Yeah,
and they go and the leprechaun comes out.
He pops out,
whooping his ass.
Yeah, because he's got a little axe that he was going to
try to chop his leg,
but he misses and stuff, and they get in a little tangle and stuff like that. And out comes Tory and Alex and Ozzy, and Tory goes, go call the police.
I love when Ozzy goes to call the police. Oh, it's on. It started. Send the army. Send everybody.
It's a leprechaun.
He says more. I can't really
yeah, he goes on.
It started.
And the cop just puts it down. Dispatcher puts it down and just goes basically.
But, he even says, the sheriff's kind of this funny old guy, just sitting there smoking. And
he goes, leprechaun.
He's like, that Ozzy, he's a good boy.
Yeah.
But, you'd think, he wouldn't just call and make up something.
Right.
But, they come back outside and I think the leprechaun comes at him again and Nathan fires one off with the shotgun. And that's where you see, the little green slime pop out of him.
Yeah.
And he goes flying into the bush. I gotta love this part. He gets up, and he doesn't even look to see if he's in there. He just unloads the shotgun into the bush.
Yeah, let's waste, I don't know how many bullets.
You don't see what you're shooting at. They do this so many times in movies.
How many barrels does that shotgun hold?
I think it only had one, but I mean, it probably had like 4 or 5 shots in it.
That's what I'm saying.
And he wastes them all without seeing where he's shooting. I'm killing the hell out of that bush. And he's hobbling around. Tory's trying to help him. Ozzy comes back out, and I think Tory says something like, "You didn't tell him that it was a leprechaun." He's just like, "Oh, sure I did. That's what it was, wasn't it?"
So yeah.
And, well, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't a leprechaun. I guess I'd have a hard time believing it too. No, it's not like Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Up until this movie, that's like the only Leprechaun movie I ever seen.
Yeah. That's what, a 58?
That was like Sean Connery's first movie, I think.
So yeah, 58.
Before Bond.
Yeah.
And
it's the first Sean Connery film ever.
Yeah. So you want to solve this crime?
You're going to solve the crime, says.
Someone online, I forgot, had a great story about Sean Connery. That
about leprechauns?
No, just about like meeting him in an airport and saying, "You're Sean Connery." And
I am Sean Connery.
And he said, "That's right. Now fuck off." I mean, I would love it if Sean Connery said that to me. That's right. Now fuck off.
Sounds like something he'd say.
I would like, thank you.
Thanks for swearing at me. He got a cell phone with him too.
What's better than that?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I guess, yeah. I mean, if you want him to say something.
Right. I mean, I don't want an autograph. Just thank you. I'll never forget that.
I'll pass that on to my kids.
See, because I've been places where I've seen people that are kind of famous. Like, you go to a convention or something like that. And it's like, you see people standing around talking to people. I never want to talk to people. I will say one of the nicest people, my sister and I went to I think maybe it was a Horror Hound or something like that in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Monroeville Mall. That's where they filmed Dawn of the Dead.
Right.
So we actually kind of drove around, went into Monroeville Mall. It looks completely different, but we were there. And but there was a convention there. I remember when the elevator opened. Remember the guy that played Dante from the old Clerks black and white movie?
Yeah.
He was walking right by us.
Wow.
But the nicest guy we probably talked to was Bill Moseley, who's been in a lot of Rob Zombie movies.
Right.
Otis. Yeah. He spent like 10 minutes with us and talking. My sister was. This is when MySpace was around, so my sister was friends with him and
she went out with him a couple times.
No, but when she mentioned her MySpace whatever name, he knew who she was. Oh. And he talked for a while. He signed.
You can connect with some of these people.
He
on
signed
Facebook.
He didn't charge for his art. He even said, he showed us, he's got a little pocket knife on his belt. Like, if anybody around here charges you for their signature, you should just pull out one of these. Because people do. They charge for their signature. He's like, if you bought something at his table, he signed it for you for free.
Right.
But he talked for he was cool. I gotta say, Bill Moseley was quite
I've heard that. I've heard a lot of people say that he was.
Most of the time, I don't really... We talked to Marilyn Chambers. I remember I got her autograph on a DVD of Rabid, which is a horror movie, not one of her adult movies.
We went to a horror con.
Yep. But a lot of times people are just jerks. Or who was that guy that Tom Sullivan, who did a lot of the work on the Evil Dead movie? You were talking to him for a while, I think.
Yeah, but that was a while ago. When was that?
I don't know, ages
that was at least 10 years ago.
Might have been before I was even married. I don't know. But
it was a while ago.
But Tom Sullivan always has like his own room, and a lot of his drawings.
This is cool scene here.
Oh yeah, we'll put that in there. All his drawings, the actual Book of the Dead. I mean, props from the movie, and he'll draw you a sketch. And I remember you were talking to him for a little bit about stuff. So sometimes you can catch some cool people.
Yeah,
some people seem like they're doing you a favor.
Okay, Ted.
All right, back to the damn movie.
When he's riding this vehicle, he's going to hit it with that little car and toss it all the way over.
Yes. Well, let's set that.
Let's have a little fun.
Let's set that up here.
Yeah.
So
because
that's the thing, we can go off on tangent for 10 minutes and nothing much happens in this movie. They decide they got to take Nathan to the hospital. Bear trap on the leg, not good.
No.
So they all pile in the truck, and of course the damn truck doesn't start again. Alex, go fix that goddamn distributor cap. Opens up the trunk.
Hey, Leprechaun's
right here. Surprise!
Where's me gold?
Where's me gold? That's what he says.
Where's me gold?
Where's me gold?
Yeah.
And then he goes and runs off. And he goes into the shed and comes out. Remember that little car? And he comes out, and he's got like a pitchfork on the front of it now.
Because I think we heard him working on it, like
yeah,
like there must be a welder in there or something.
Oh, yeah, he used to weld.
So he rigged it up.
Excuse me. And he rams into the truck, and this little pedal car makes that truck flip over 19 times. Yeah. And they all get out of the car, out of the truck just fine and hide.
Oh, yeah, they're all fine, but how that flipped it over is crazy.
Yeah.
But then
they make their way to the house. They're going to go back in the house, and
the leprechaun follows, and they slam the door on his hand. The hand falls down, crawls up.
That's awesome!
Opens the door. And he picks it and puts it, takes it with him, whatever.
That's awesome!
That is cool. That is
cool.
Cool.
You know how people get a lot of ideas from Star Trek?
Yeah.
Someone should take an idea from Leprechaun. Let's start making hands that do that.
Yeah.
All right? That'd save a lot of trouble. And so, they're going to try to call the police.
She goes, it's because the phone's not working. She goes, let me get my portable phone.
They didn't even call them cell phones then. My portable phone.
My portable phone.
And
this is kind of a flip thing, too.
Yeah, it's not like what I remember in 93. I remember, the bag phones and the big ones about that big.
So she might have been right on that verge when they started slowly progressing.
Well, roaming. You had to wait for the roaming.
Yeah.
Free roaming! She did get through, but then the battery went dead. So she did get through and say, we need help, we need a police, bambulance, whatever. And
Bambulance. You need a bambulance.
And then there's the sheriff, He's calling the cop that the leprechaun did in. And, we need you to get over to the old Darby house as fast as you can. It wasn't old Darby, but it was something like that.
Oh, I thought it was. Okay.
It
sounded right.
O.D. something.
But Darby or old Barney.
Darren or Donald.
But this guy's face is so crinkled with wrinkles from smoking. It's not funny.
He looks like a human cigarette butt.
But then they show him it's the leprechaun.
In the patrol car.
Yeah, he can imitate anybody's voice.
Anybody. He's like Rich Little.
He's Rich Little.
He's Rich Little.
They tried to get Rich Little to play the part, but he said no.
Right.
Something about money.
Yeah, there's always a quill, and they were going to have to have
shrink him down,
be on his knees the whole time.
And he said that's something Tim Conway does.
Right. Dorf.
Yeah, Dorf on golf.
Yeah, he's like, you got the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I'll dub him.
I love how they start making them look a little bit more sweaty.
They didn't know who we were talking about.
No, they didn't.
Tim Conway, Rich
Little. Go look up Rich Little and Tim Conway. Tim Conway's
He's from around here. He's one of ours.
Tim Conway's one of the funniest guys. Put Tim Conway in YouTube.
Carol Burnett.
Look at it. Tim Conway, Carol Burnett. Look at some of his skits he does. He's so funny. He's up there as one of my favorite comedians.
Dorf on golf.
But anyways, I love how they start making them. You know how they did the paint?
Yeah.
The same with the dirt. It's the same shape.
Little spots of dirt.
It's the same shape. It's the same shape. Like they took a dirt brush and went like that. I mean,
you gotta make them look dirty.
Man, you're tired today.
I don't know what. Well, you can get.
You stayed up too long watching Leprechaun.
No, I watched it today. And I followed it up immediately with 1 million years BC.
You know what we got to do, and I don't care how many people might not like it.
What's that?
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
I love
that movie.
James Mason.
And I just watched it not long ago.
You just watched it recently?
Not watched it. I saw some previews again, and I'm like, I have to watch that again. Mm-hmm. It's been a few years since I've watched it.
I got a beautiful Blu-ray with 4K remaster.
Ray Harryhausen.
No, that wasn't Ray Harryhausen.
Which one was the Ray Harryhausen? That wasn't Journey to the Center of the Earth?
No, that doesn't have any stop motion effects in it. It's got giant lizards in it.
Okay, so which one am I talking about then?
What do you mean?
Because now I'm pissed. The Ray Harryhausen, was that Men in the Moon?
First Men in the Moon is Ray Harryhausen.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, that one?
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite ones too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I love First Men in the Moon.
Because I just seen the previews to it, and I know Ray Harryhausen did it. I don't know why I'm getting... Because isn't it the same guy that played in both those movies? I could be wrong, huh? It's been a while since I liked it.
No, there's not any of the same actors, but both films are fantastic.
Yeah.
Both of them are some of my favorite movies.
But yeah, it's First Men in the Moon that I was talking about.
Yeah, I love that one.
So I think, after this is maybe after American Werewolf,
Harryhausen or something?
We might do something like that.
I love, especially his science fiction and fantasy ones. I'm not as crazy about the 50s fiction double feature. I love, like, you know, like he did like 20 Million Miles to Earth and Earth versus the Flying.
20 million miles
it's
to
a good metal
Earth.
song.
Yeah.
Earth versus the Flying Saucers, Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. I mean, I like the creature effects, but the movies are so like stiff.
No,
You know, the acting and the plots are kind of stiff.
And I think I brought that up before to where we're talking right over this movie.
So what?
We'll catch up in a few minutes.
Don't worry, you're not missing anything. But I love his
getting the gold out of the whale, and he
the
just
fantasy
pops up. I go whale.
Science fiction.
That's my Cleveland accent. No. Sorry, I go well. It should be I go whale. It's cold outside. It's cold. It's cold outside.
Cold.
But she ends up giving him the coins here. But we'll talk about that in a second. I think we talked about this before. I love the old sci-fi, the stiff ones, like you talk about.
Right. I mean, I'll watch them. I'll watch them over stuff like this.
I like when the bad actor, the bad science fiction actor, comes up
and figures everything out.
And starts just talking BS.
Technobabble.
Yeah, the quantum physics of
the episode of Star Trek.
Radius of 10 to the 5. We will get there, and I mean, it just the nonstop explanation. They have to go on and on about it because that was how it was back in the late 50s.
Right.
They had to explain it. And most people like you probably go, oh, God, hurry up.
Well, Star Trek did that. Next Generation. I mean, Geordi LaForge. How many? If we could rewrite the power to the, and all
right.
And it's always that, God in the machine thing where you just come up with something like that.
But the 60s and the sci-fi stuff back then was just, it was the bad acting, the information on it, and then you get the creature coming out.
Right.
And for me, I thought all of that was just create a, there's a lot of people out there who love that, that
absolutely.
stuff. And it's just the atmosphere, just sitting down there. And I watched a lot of those on our channels we watched as a kid, like Super Hosts and stuff like that.
Watched them all too.
Yeah, and so I think that's why I just gravitate. I love those too.
If I had to pick, I like his more like First Man on the Moon, Jason the Argonauts, the Sinbad movies.
Right.
I like those a lot more. Those are some of my favorites.
And then you get to the real good ones like Time Machine and stuff like that.
Time Machine. Love Time Machine.
Great movie.
I wish Harry hasn't gotten a chance to do. He wanted to do War of the Worlds. I wish he had gotten a chance to do War of the Worlds because I've seen some test footage of his.
Yeah.
The aliens.
Right.
And he would have done it right. He would have done it really well. He wanted to do Time Machine as well, but that got picked up already. And then he liked H.G. Wells, so that's why he did First Man on the Moon. It was like the only other one he could do. So he picked that one up. And that one turned out pretty good. Oh, yeah. Some people don't care for it. I love it. It's a little slow to get started.
No, right, it is.
Like maybe the first 45 minutes.
It might not be a good one to do for here.
But once they get to the moon, it's
right.
awesome.
Well, I think we'll pick a little bit more action-packed.
Whatever you want to do. I like them all.
We can.
And I love those old pictures like that. Those old adventure pictures.
Oh, I do too, man.
That's, Come on,
anyways,
King Kong, you can't get no better than King Kong.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's got everything.
So
but
where are we at, man? We're
they're in the house.
They are in the house.
The leprechauns chased him into the house, got his hand cut off, got it reattached.
We skip ahead and he ends up coming in the house. He jumps.
They mentioned the gold. The kid
he bites Ozzy's ear, and I think that was in the car.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just throwing this out there. He bites him in the car.
He's going to turn. What did he say? He's going to turn my ear into
a boot.
To a boot.
Yeah.
It's just he bit your ear. He didn't bite it off.
Right. You still got your ear.
And
he goes in and jumps on Alex too, the little kid. But I don't think he bites him.
No.
I think they get him off, and he goes running away.
Right.
And that's when he
gold.
He goes, "Do you got me gold?"
Well, Ozzy mentions the gold. And
okay.
That's what gets them thinking. Maybe that's what he wants.
Right.
Where's me gold?
We can't skip over it.
And they mention that it's in the well. So Jennifer goes out there to get it.
Yes.
And
we're catching up here.
And as she, cranks it up, he
bloop.
Yeah, he just appears and she gives it to him. He lets her go. She gives it to him, and then there's a scene of him counting it, and he gets to 99.
Yes.
And he's missing one.
He's missing
that dirty devils, they kept one. So
who keeps the leprechaun's gold?
Right.
There's
no honor in the world anymore.
Even one coin left, wouldn't be a show without.
Well, he doesn't have his full power back if he doesn't have all his coins either. So he needs his full power back. So he's going back to that house. He's going back to that house, and he's going to start. He's going to go shit show.
Can't wait for the Origins movie. I gotta find
It's already out.
I gotta find out how this all evolves.
No, it's a total like reboot. It's not.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said I didn't watch it because that's why I wanted to find out about the shoes.
Well, they should tell us about how he became.
That's what they do with everything, man. They just reboot it and try to make it a little bit more.
I guess leprechauns it's a folklore and stuff. So how
they want
are
to
you
make
really
it all
going to
edgy and horror, and they don't want to have any fun anymore. But I guess this was, another one of those franchises. 7 movies. It's got more than Jeepers Creepers. It's got,
I guess totally forgot about the Leprechaun. Yeah, I forgot about the Leprechaun when we talked about.
I think a lot of us tried.
movie icons, but it's the Leprechaun that really keeps the movie going. Probably you got just enough fans to keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
I think it's funny because I tell myself like every movie in the world.
Yeah.
Take every movie in the world. Someone's favorite movie is one of those movies. All right, somewhere out there, Leprechaun 4 Into Hood is somebody's favorite.
Oh, heck yeah.
Somebody loves that movie to death.
Because it connects. Why. Because emotionally, movies can connect with people in certain ways. I mean, because isn't that what it's all about?
I guess.
When you're a kid watching
just think of
your
all these
favorite
horrible
movie.
And somewhere out there, someone thinks this is the bee's knees.
It may be the first horror movie a 14-year-old saw.
I think my
ever.
Mine was probably Jaws.
And it's going to always connect with them. Mm-hmm. So that's just the way it is, I mean, come on, man. Jaws. Get with it,
On TV, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think Jaws was right. And then maybe Alien, like when it was on cable.
That's not your favorite, just one that
No, just like I remember seeing... excuse me, ones that I remember seeing first. I probably saw Jaws when I was 4 because I remember being scared to death, and every time the music would start up, I'd run out of the room. And I remember, Jaws is like eating Robert Shaw. I distinctly remember my mom telling me that it was a Muppet.
Oh, got like the hand out of the phone. Sorry,
it was just like that ain't no Muppets. Muppets don't do that.
That's a big Muppet,
right?
Yeah, I think I said my first horror movie I've ever seen when I was a little kid was at the drive-in. The
Exorcist, right?
The Exorcist. And the Manitou.
Can't beat that.
If you guys haven't seen that horror movie too.
I don't know if I have.
That might be a bad one. It's something I might have to revisit, and it might not
double
be
check it first.
We brought up because we did Jeepers Creepers last week about somebody new that's been watching us. I'm sorry I don't know your name, Jimmy something, but he's leaves comments all the time. He's on Jeepers Creepers. He's left a lot of comments there, and thank you very much. You guys, all you people who comment are really cool. Who's actually been catching us and saying, "Man, you guys are really cool. We really dig it." Asking questions, but he liked the gargoyle thing, and he brought up that was a made-for-TV.
Yeah, it was
1972.
72, yeah, it was early 70s.
So
there.
I didn't actually know. I didn't actually go digging deep and searching. So it
was early Stan Winston. Special effects, and
so
it's a cool movie. I
should be more gargoyle movies, but anyways,
I love that movie to death. I mean, I watched it every time it was on. I never got tired of it.
Yeah.
Plus, Jennifer Salt was hot in that movie, smoking hot.
Oh man,
especially with that low cut tied up thing in one of those shirts. But it was a good movie.
Yeah. Anyways, let's see.
Yeah, he comes in the house. They open. He's hiding in the fridge this time, I think.
Oh yeah, he jumps out of the fridge. He jumps up into the cupboards.
Yeah, and popping here, popping out here.
Yeah, and they end up...
Miss me.
Yeah. And he finally jumps down, I think something like that, and starts running away. And he ends up, he's on a skateboard. They hear something as they're looking for him.
He's on a skateboard going back and forth in the hallway.
Oh, this is I'm jumping ahead.
Oh, why not? We're not missing a damn thing.
Well, no, right. This is so funny, this part. They're trying to get away in the truck to get him to the hospital.
Yeah, or Dad's Jeep.
No, to get to the guy that knows how to get rid of the leprechaun.
Right.
So, in order for this,
Who knows how to get rid of the leprechaun?
They're throwing the guy who put him in the crate, who used to own the house, the farm.
He did.
No, he had a heart attack.
Oh, that's right. He was a stroke. He's in a nursing home.
Yes.
Forgive me.
But they start throwing all of the shoes.
Yeah.
And he's OCD about it.
Yeah, and he's picking them all up.
And he's picking them up, wiping them up, dropping, picking them up. He's going 1-to-1 and allows Jennifer Aniston and Tory to take off.
Right. It's just Jennifer Aniston, right?
Yeah.
And but he does see he's kind of following He's like a green, misty kind of thing, and he's holding on with roller skates or... Stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's with the roller skates.
Well, I like how he crashes through the fence, though.
Yeah, and they show his thing.
Yeah, like a cartoon.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they had fun with it.
Oh, God.
They said, who gives a crap?
You know, and that's what I mean, the movie's not taking itself seriously, so why should
No, I mean, exactly. Like I said, it was fun, and he scoots away super fast.
And then, what are the rest of the guys doing back at the house? They stayed behind.
They're finishing up the paint job.
Yeah, could have finished painting.
Because I think his father said get it done before night. So they're real worried.
So what is this? You know, she's wearing her LA Gear shoes.
Yeah, LA Gear.
La Gear. The French shoes. Woo! La Gear.
And a police officer or
security guard just sitting there.
Yeah, he's got a receipt booklet there.
Well, you know,
what does he need that for?
In case somebody, maybe it's
what's he selling?
Maybe it's like property or something like that. Maybe you can't bring certain things in, so it's a receipt for your property.
Could be.
That's
because you would know. You worked at a nursing home.
Yeah, I mean,
but it don't make no sense.
You can't bring your gun. It's O'Grady, I think.
Yeah, O'Grady.
Daddy
O'Grady.
Because he had the room numbers listed on the sheet. Yes. And I just saw it on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna go see this guy. How do you get rid of the damn?
And that security guard's sleeping away, and she's able to
sneak right in. He'd have let her in anyway.
But he wasn't in the room.
No.
She walks down the hall, and
it's the leprechaun.
And again, it's a nursing home with nobody around.
No lights, no nurses,
no lights,
no aides.
Depressing as heck. You know, what a life.
The camera angle's going all twisty to make you feel disoriented for some reason.
And I can't wait to eat something when we're done here with this show.
What you gonna eat, man? You gonna eat some haggis or something? Some corned beef? Yeah, I don't even like corned beef, man. I hate corned beef.
I don't know what I'm going to eat. Maybe some corn hash.
Corn hash?
Yeah.
I don't like corn, man.
I like corned beef and cabbage. You fry it all up in a pan.
Yeah,
fry it up in a pan. And you never.
Gas City, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's another thing, man, at the nursing home. Whenever they would have, like, they would give them that on the holidays. Oh, man,
the whole place smelled.
Every bedside commode was just
It's a good thing that corned beef smelled so strong.
You know, like you had to take every commode bucket to the washroom and spray it out and hope to God you didn't get any of that shit spray water on your arms. And
anyway, she's walking on it. And
cabbage night.
She sees the shape of a leprechaun, but here it's just a mop bucket and stuff that made his form. But she makes it to his room.
He's sitting in a wheelchair looking out the window.
You can tell it's the leprechaun.
Oh, yeah.
And he's sitting there talking like him because he knows his voice too. Well, he remembers him, so.
Does he tell him what to do?
No, because he ends up going, saying something, and he turns around and says, "It's like it's me."
How did he find out about the 4-leaf clover then? We suck. We suck so bad.
we had so much fun with this movie.
Are you sure he didn't tell them?
He's skating down the hall.
I know.
A million miles an hour.
Watching him tear ass down the hall in
his wheelchair.
I've seen old people go that fast.
Did you?
Oh, absolutely. We used to make them race. Fast. We used to make them race.
You had wheelchair races.
You get a couple of them together. And, race.
Oh, that would
race,
be awesome.
Damn you. No, actually, what we would do is put a few of them out in the hallway, like in their doorways, and then we would race down the hall. They'd love that. See, when you worked the second shift, it was awesome because nobody's around. The bosses are all gone.
That's where we find out.
And we just race down the hall.
I would love to see a nursing home race.
Ask your wife, man. She was involved in some of that crap.
Anyway, this is where we find out. See, we're
yeah. See, I only saw this movie one time. I forget. The leprechaun's chasing her through the hallways in the wheelchair. She gets on an elevator, and like the trap door pops open.
You think he would have caught up to her because they sped that motion up on
the
speed on him going down the hallway.
It was like a Three Stooges movie.
Or a Benny Hill.
Oh, Benny Hill. Yes, Benny Hill. Look up Benny Hill if you don't know him.
Benny Hill.
He's very cheeky.
He's cheeky, chappy.
And this is Mr. O'Grady. He comes flying out of the trap door.
He's always slapping the old man on the head.
And he's the one. Yeah, I guess his last dying breath.
Yeah.
Because
she goes, "Let me get you down for me." He goes, "No, I'm at
it's too late, my lassie. I'm dying.
But
I'm going to that big clover patch in the sky. The big pub in the sky.
Yes. Find yourself a 4-leaf clover. That's the only thing to kill him.
Yep, because that'll at least keep him immobilized.
Immobilized.
So yeah, she tears ass back to the house. We gotta find a 4-leaf clover. Everybody, don't you love the Leprechaun's tearing ass down the road in the wheelchair?
He's not in his vehicle. I don't know what happened to it.
I don't know what happened to that either.
Roller skates are gone.
This is totally like Killer Clowns, man. It's on par with a Killer Clowns.
It is. I mean,
it's meant to be fun, and we're making fun of it and not taking this podcast very seriously.
No,
but the movie's not taking itself seriously, so why should I?
Exactly. We're having fun. But she's basically you could tell they.
And don't you love how it's all bright green where she's looking?
It's just that little patch.
I gotta say something else about it because I noticed it especially in the scene where the cops chasing him through the woods. I love horror movies where the woods are just brightly lit enough to where you can walk around. You ever been in the woods at night?
Yeah.
You can't see your hand in front of your face. We
especially,
went to remember Whip Sledges?
Yeah.
We were up there one night and didn't get out of there before it was dark, and some stoners were walking by, and they gave my buddy Adam a lit cigarette. And we were trying to find our way through... how much do you think a lit cigarette's helping you find your way through
Whip Sledges is very dangerous spots.
I mean, we were up in the woods. We ended up like on somebody's farm property, and stupid me, all the wires on the fence. I'm like, I'm just going to pull the wire and let it go.
Yeah.
It was electrified.
Holy.
And I was like, whoa.
No way. Holy moly.
Oh, I got a shock. Not enough to like really hurt you, but oh man, you knew you got shocked.
Oh my
and,
Lord.
Yeah, we managed to find our way out of there with a lit cigarette for a little while.
Holy Moses.
Oh, yeah, but I mean...
I remember you talking about that.
Just saying, you're out in the woods in the middle of the night, you can't find nothing. You don't even got a flashlight. Man, forget about it.
This is where Leprechaun gets it right in the eye with the cop's
stick.
stick.
So she's looking for a clover.
And what did he do? Did he put...
He comes after her.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
and chases her off into the woods.
Right, and then...
That's where she finds the patrol car.
Yeah. And what gets me is he did bring the cop back, put him in the car.
Yeah.
Which took a lot of strength. But,
I guess.
Maybe
he just boop, boop.
But remember the cop threw that stick into the woods, and he went and looked for that too and brought that back?
Maybe they have extras. I don't know. I gotta think maybe they have extras, but she takes it, jabs it right in his right eye.
And he goes and grabs the police officer's
eye.
And, takes his eye out and puts it back in.
And I think, fortunately, it was the same color.
And he goes, "Where's me gold?
Where's me gold?
Where's me gold?"
His one gold coin. I mean,
it's
like, why didn't anybody tell them? Why don't they just tell them the truth? It's like, just wait, 24 to 48 hours and you'll have it.
Yes, we don't want it. We'll give it back to you.
You've been in a crate for 10 years. We want you gone.
Don't they say that? And he still goes, "Where's me gold?"
I mean, short of giving Ozzy a colonoscopy, you're not getting your gold for 24 to 48 hours. Oh, God.
How is the clover patch neon green?
I don't know,
There's no lights in there.
How do they get away from the leprechaun again? Just shove him away or something? They get away from him.
Or does he run away? Run off?
Yeah, he'll do that sometimes. He'll just run away.
Yeah, like he's I'm going to run off into the woods.
Whatever.
And
how convenient he runs away when they're looking for 4-leaf clover. The other kid,
something he should be fighting them all over.
He's the only one doing anything smart, man. He's setting up booby traps. He's like, I'm going to set this damn bear trap up here. I'm going to catch me a leprechaun.
Where he made the car at the barn.
Right. I mean, hey, do something productive. I'm not going to sit there and
he's sitting there going, Alex. He's going, I'm not scared. Yeah. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill that.
Well, he's the one that ends up doing it.
And,
that's pretty.
He's the hero. And the good old leprechaun is he's hanging from the
rafters
or whatever. And
he's just sitting up there
in his little female Irish boots, clogs. Is that what they're called? Clogs.
I call them shoes.
Okay, that's fine. But don't you like this too, where they go, they're looking for the clover, the 4-leaf clover, and she goes, "We ain't gonna find anything here." And he goes, "You have to believe. You have to believe." And as he's doing that,
here's one.
No, it's in his thing. He's going, "You gotta believe." And she goes, and it was a 4-leaf clover.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Because she believed.
Well, the power of belief.
Her cheeks look so powder soft, Ted, that it's not even funny.
You just want to...
I
just don't want anything bad to ever happen.
Can you imagine how soft they are, though?
Like a baby's bottom.
Okay. There's a spotlight on that clover too.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The director said, put a little Jesus light on it.
Oh, four-leaf clover, crimson and clover, over and over. Oh, you gotta get the reverb. Crimson and clover. Now I sound like a Dalek. Exterminate! Exterminate!
Aiden just started talking to me about that.
About what?
He
Daleks?
Goes, yeah, he must have seen it on some YouTube channel.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, the leprechaun jumps on him and he does
Leprechaun?
Leprechaun and Kid.
Oh, my God, this podcast is longer than the damn movie!
They're both Leprechaun and Kid. Leprechaun.
Leper
okay,
kid,
so
leprosy kid. Yeah, they're wrestling around.
Is this the second podcast in a row that we really got a little tipsy on?
Tipsy?
What did we do with the Jeepers Creepers? We were kind of going back and forth on that. We're all over the place, man.
I don't know.
We got to reel it in now.
Okay, we're reeling it next week.
Maybe
next week we'll be on our game.
Yeah, and American Werewolf London, so we're going to have to get...
Yeah, because that's like, you know, the original Wolfman aside, that's like the good, the bad, and the ugly of werewolf movies.
So we'll try to get serious, but we're never really serious.
I treat
we're getting past
serious,
we're getting towards the end of the movie. The leprechaun's on top of
all
Ozzy,
fighting
him up and stuff, and
it's Alex.
Alex, he wraps his gum
in the four-leaf
clover, and shoots it in his
mouth. What a shot this kid is! Puts Dennis the Menace to shame.
Yeah, doesn't he go boo,
right in his throat?
Science fiction laser.
Yeah.
Boo.
And there it is, man. He's the leprechaun starts oozing and.
Did you say there it is? That's it. You want this over really
there
fast.
There
it is. That's like it's over. There we go. The end.
But he's got a cool death scene. He's all getting oozy and I don't know, purple, green lights going all around. He falls in the well.
Some cheesy.
But he doesn't even stay down there. He comes back out again.
Yeah. So it didn't kill him.
Well,
because he crawls back up.
Yeah, he comes back in there. Where's me gold?
Yeah, where's me gold?
Hey, what's he doing? I think he just like knocks him back down there.
And Nathan goes and gets gasoline, pours it in
the whole damn. I mean, all he's doing is tainting the water supply.
But okay, right. But if you pour...
Of course, who wants to drink water that...
Can I ask you a really quick question, too? Because it's serious.
Okay.
If you pour a bunch of gasoline down a well...
Yeah.
I said a well, not a whale. A well. Yeah, there he is creeping up.
Yeah, ugly as hell.
But you do that, it's not going to blow the well up. It's
just going to burn off the gas.
It's going to catch on fire. Right?
Unless
there's some noxious gases down there in that well...
Whatever's coming off that leprechaun's got to be pretty noxious.
Anyways, he pours a bunch of gasoline down there.
They don't expect people to analyze this like one analyzes Moby Dick.
The structure of that well should not.
And I love how he just, he doesn't have a light. I mean, how do you know that match is going to stay lit that whole way you drop it down? Come on. I can't even light a match in my friggin' kitchen without busting the friggin' match.
It shouldn't have blown up. The match was not going to make it down.
You need at least, your Zippo lighter.
You need to light a piece of paper or wood and then drop it down.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the match is going about 2 feet down. It's going
kaboom!
So,
and, the well's on fire. And then, in true fashion, all the blisters show up.
Yeah, all the blisters.
I call them blisters because they showed up when all the hard work was done.
Yeah, all the pigs show up.
Yeah, they all...
Hey. And they go, where's my gold?
Yeah, where's my gold?
Where's my gold? I heard there's a leprechaun around here.
Go for the gold.
But, yeah, so, it's the classic scene.
You hear him down there saying, curse ya, I'll be back. And
when my strength gets back up, I will come back for me gold.
Right, so he's not even dead, man. He's defeated. But
I think they knew there was going to be 7 of these,
Yeah, I think, right from the beginning, they planned it to be like a 7-film series. And,
with an origins to take place after.
Which would have nothing to do with the story at all. The origins would be a completely different story. But they knew they wanted him to go into space. They wanted him to go to L.A. They wanted him to be in the Hood with Ice-T.
That one
they did that one 2 times. They did In the Hood and Back to the Hood. And it's not The Hood, it's The Hood, D-A.
The Hood, oh yeah.
The Hood.
Well, you gotta hook it up, man. You know what I'm saying, man?
I mean, Jason went to space, so, Leprechaun had to go
and
to
Ice-T's mean, man, he's like, damn, damn, man, you leprechaun, get your
So
shit.
what do you guys think of this movie, man? Is this anybody's favorite movie out there? Is there anybody
let
who
us
really
know what you
loves this
think,
movie
man.
that's really offended by all the shit we gave it?
We were having fun with that.
Oh, I think it's.
It's a lot of
I had never seen it.
Good
I had
stuff.
never seen it, and
I had
it
fun
was my
watching
idea.
it.
I wanted to see how it ended.
Yeah, it was. I had a little fun.
I
with
don't
it.
think I want to watch any of the others. I would have watched Origin if I knew, like, if it had Warwick Davis in it and it was actually going to be an Origin movie. Then I probably would have, gotten a copy of that and watched that too.
I wonder what the best one of the series is. Maybe if there... I know. People are out there going, I'd like 4, 5, then maybe 1, 2, 3. So, no.
Who would win in a fight? Jason, Freddy, the Leprechaun, Chucky, Pinhead. Let's mash them all together and see who would win. I think the Leprechaun would win because he's got magic.
People love the
someone comes at him with a
machete.
machete.
The verses, man.
Phew!
Yeah.
Throw a little smoke his way. Michael coming at him to stab him.
You know what? Somebody
disappear, reappear over here.
Somebody brought up. I think Star brought it up about Hellraiser, and I don't know if you're right, Star.
What she said?
But she said at the end. Remember we talked about the office buildings in the back ground and the fire going on.
Yeah.
She said that wasn't the house that was burning. Mm-hmm. She said they went off and strolled and were walking a bit, and they came up on this city fire. That's what she said. But wasn't there a fire outline of a house burnt?
I don't know if there was an outline. There was just like little patches of fire. Like I almost thought if it wasn't the house burning down, then it was like a place where like winos hang out and like their little fire. But there was furniture. Huh? There were chairs and things. Well, let's put it this way.
I'd have to go back and look again.
They don't tell you. They don't tell you if it's their house burning down. They don't tell you that they went for a walk and here's some fires. But I mean, the box was in the. She goes to put the box in the fire.
Yeah.
I mean.
So I guess
they don't tell you one way or the other. It certainly could be that way.
I'd have to actually go back and look at the ending and see the structure.
Because it looks like, it certainly doesn't look like...
We didn't question it at the time. I thought it was the house burnt down. And behind it was...
I think that's what they want you to think. But, the background doesn't fit in with what was there before. Yeah. And the way that the fire is just so scattered throughout, I can see how someone could think it's someplace else. Okay. So I guess either explanation is good, but I think their intention is that it was the house because that's what makes the most sense as far as the house was on fire and burning down and then next scene the fire's all burnt down and there, so I think that's what he wanted you to think, but they probably just had to set a fire someplace else.
Sounds good.
Because they couldn't do it right there because they're not really going to burn that house down.
Sounds good. I thought I'd throw that out there and let you.
But I guess it could be.
Who knows?
Either way, the observant eye is going to notice that that's not the,
Right.
These office buildings were not behind that house, so.
No.
Take it for what you want.
Okay, so.
The movie ends either way, so.
Okay, Ted.
Well.
Oh! I'm joking. I'm hungry, man.
He's got to get some chicken in here.
I don't know what I'm going to eat, but it's going to be good.
You need to eat before the podcast.
I usually do.
Every day.
I just got real hungry.
I'm so hungry. Or bring some food down here.
Yeah, well.
Yes.
You got barbecue just dripping all down
pork and some chocolate chip cookies down here. And,
oh, man. Okay, so yeah.
Maybe we could go and get a container of stuff.
I'll talk to you after. An American Werewolf in London next week.
We promise.
Yeah. And, boy, subscribe to if you're still watching.
Yeah, 4 more of you bags need to subscribe.
And if you're on iTunes and you're listening to us, go over to YouTube and subscribe. You can see the video. Okay. A lot of you like listening to the audio on iTunes.
There's people who don't know what we look like.
Or go to our website, www.thelowmonstersmoviepodcast.com. I haven't thrown this out. I should be throwing it out at the very beginning of the video. Maybe I'll do that next week.
Because we lost them by now.
No, I am there. All those Chinese still listening.
Anyways. Great.
So yeah, with that, man.
Enjoy your St. Paddy's Day. Be careful, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Where's me gold?
Where's me gold?
Where's me gold? I want me gold. I need my gold. It's all me gold today. Allez. No, now we're doing Russian or Greek.
Hey. Oh. Hey. Gold Dust Woman.
Later, guys.